Welcome to the 50 Shades of Pain podcast. My name is Dr. Danny Shapiro, and I'm a doctor of physical therapy. If you're in pain or had terrible medical experiences, I will be telling you why the medical system is broken and why you probably feel stuck within it. If you've ever left a doctor's office and thought, what was that? Is that it? Well, then this podcast is for you. So, today's episode is going to be probably one of the most controversial episodes I'll be filming, or, even the topic that I'm going to be talking about. It's been pretty damn controversial just because every time I posted about this on social media, there has always been pushback. And I think that this is a very important topic to talk about because it affects so many people. And that is its conversation and topic of weight and its impact on neuromuscular or musculoskeletal pain. And I'm I've always been under the opinion, and also this is not just through opinion, but also through experience, that weight has very little to do with anything. Now you might be thinking, well, how is that possible? If there's more weight, there's more pressure through the joints. How can you say that there's no correlation between pain and weight? Now, my argument to that is actually very simple, very easy, and that's really because weight is a very relative factor, right? It may be a factor in someone's pain, but it is not a determinant of someone's pain. And to me, if something is a factor to pain or of pain, that can be worked around as long as it's not a determinant. Now, in some rare instances, weight can be an issue, but we're talking super rare instances. And I've worked with people who are underweight, people who are considered average weight, people who are considered overweight, people who are considered obese. And even with those people, weight has never really been the issue. All of our joints, just so everybody is absolutely clear, all of our joints are able to handle a certain amount of force through them, which means when you walk, when you jump, there's force going through our joints and our body is able to tolerate a lot of it. Now, again, in those special instances where weight is truly a problem, I mean, we're talking people who cannot ambulate, right? People who cannot walk around because of weight like that. The people who cannot literally get out of bed. Like in those instances, perhaps there is more of a factor of weight that is contributing to someone's pain because it is also contributing to them not being able to move around as good, right? Or move around at all sometimes. But for the vast majority of people, this is really not the case. And if you're able to walk around and move around, even if you have knee pain, even if you have hip pain, even if you have ankle pain, whatever that pain may be, shoulder pain, chest pain, whatever it is, again, weight is not a determinant of pain for most people. And I've seen this through experience. And this is when people are told to lose weight, here's really the main big pitfall. When people are told to lose weight, let's say someone needs to lose 10 pounds. Usually when a doctor is prescribing weight loss, which is, again, just so damn ridiculous. But when someone is prescribing weight loss, right, let's say it's 10 pounds. To lose 10 pounds, it's going to take time. This is not something that you can do within a day, within a week, or even within a month. To lose 10 pounds in a month, I've done this before myself. It's miserable. It's horrible. You feel like absolute garbage and trash. It is not the right way to do this. So if we're gonna take and we're gonna lose 10 pounds, and that's the decision that we're making, and we have to understand that it's going to take time. 10 pounds in, let's say, a healthy way will take you probably, if we're doing 1 to 2 pounds a week, right? Again, even that is on a little bit more aggressive side, right? Let's say a pound a week. Okay. Let's say it's going to take 10 weeks, right? So that's 2.5 months. So you're asking somebody to invest 2.5 months to lose weight, which also has no guarantee of pain relief. Now, some people may lose weight and they say, "Oh, I lost weight and I feel so much better. Weight loss was the answer." No, it wasn't. I'm glad that that weight loss, you associate weight loss with pain relief. That's great. That's whatever gets you to the pain relief state. That's what I care about the most. But to tell you what actually happened was that as you lose weight, your body mechanics start to change. Now, if your body mechanics happen to have changed in the right direction for what your body needed for pain relief, then that is most likely what happened. The fact that you lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds, even 40 pounds, that does not mean that that is the reason for weight loss. for rather pain relief, right? The weight loss, that does not mean that that's why you got less pain. Again, I'm happy that you have less pain, but there are other factors at play. Your legs move different, your ankles move different, your knees move different, your back moves different. Everything starts to change whether we lose weight or gain weight in either direction, whether it's for the better or for the worse. Right? You could gain weight and also feel better. Right? Everyone's situation is very different. But again, this goes back to the fact that pain relief, when we're talking about weight, right, there's not really a correlation. You know, people who are considered overweight and they're told to lose weight, if someone is told at 200 pounds, let's say 5'10", 200 pounds, that they should lose weight, right? Are they going to tell a football player that's 5'10" and 200 pounds, or 5'5" and 200 pounds, right? Are they going to tell them to lose weight? No. But again, if we're talking about force, right, there's still force going through those same joints, those same people. And why do some people get the advice to lose weight and others don't? People who are overweight can have knee pain. People who are underweight can have knee pain. People who are overweight can have hip pain. People underweight can have hip pain. What's the difference there? One needs to lose weight. Why? One needs to gain weight. Why? Right? We have to understand what is the underlying cause of pain. Right? If we have three people, one is underweight, one is overweight, one is a professional athlete, all three people have knee pain. What is the damn difference? Is weight truly the problem? Is weight truly the solution? Whether you have to gain or to lose it? It's not. It's really not. There's other factors at play. Perhaps the person who's underweight just happens to be underweight, but her knee pain is coming from her feet. The professional athlete who's having knee pain, perhaps there is a tear of some kind. Or perhaps there's overuse of one muscle group causing tendonitis or bursitis at the knee. For the person who's overweight, right, maybe it's just literally like their hips are not strong enough. And what they're experiencing is some IT band syndrome because the muscles that form the IT band are not doing their job and providing enough security and stability at the hip joint. And that causes referred pain down to the knee. There are so many different things that can be the true determinants of pain. I've had a lot of patients who came to me and they were told by their doctors to lose weight. And they've tried. Listen, they've tried. Okay, because they've tried to do the medical route where, okay, I'm going to listen to the doctors and I'm just going to hope for the best and hope that they're right. But they're wrong because the doctors, this is general advice and it's not the right advice for the person. And what the person doesn't need to do is lose weight for their pain. What the person needs to do is understand that what is happening around the joint of pain. So I've had patients who came to me with really bad hip pain, really bad knee pain, who were told to lose weight. And, when we do the evaluation, I'm like, oh my God, this problem is so simple. This problem is so easy. And it has nothing to do, nothing, zero to do with the person's weight. I have never once to this point, like when it's from the beginning of my physical therapy journey, let's call it that, I have never once prescribed or suggested weight loss. Ever, 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 ever. If a patient has interest in losing weight or has interest in joining a sport or has interest in bodybuilding, okay, then I can provide the right guidance to do those things. But that's the patient's interest, not me telling them, hey, you have to do this because this is the only way that you can actually get better, because that's nonsense. And what a lot of people have done is that as they've gotten better, they've actually naturally lost weight because as someone is able to move around better, then hey, people generally want to move. People generally, even whether it's to take walks or exercise, people generally want to move around. And when you start making that possible because you eliminate the true cause of the pain, moving around, whether it's exercise or going for walks or going for a bike, going for a hike, it doesn't matter. That becomes a lot easier. So in the example when I gave with someone who was recommended to lose 10 pounds, like how do you also expect that person to exercise? Because usually it's, oh, you have to eat better, and you have to exercise. Okay, well, how the hell do you do that if you're in pain? How do you exercise when the exercise is literally causing you more pain? And then people get super frustrated because they're like, okay, I have tried this thing, it doesn't work. And that's the only advice that was given to me. And then they kind of fall into this hole of like, okay, well, I guess there's no solution. I guess this is just what I have to do. Like, I have to just live and suffer through this. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. And it's so frustrating when the patients who come to me who have been told that who told me that their doctor said that they have to lose weight. I just want to go and strangle that doctor, whoever that is. I've heard of other PTs telling these people to lose weight. And it's infuriating because there's so much added stress, so much added anxiety, so much added fear of their own body when that is the last thing someone needs. People are shocked by how fast they start to get better. The same people who are told they need to exercise and lose weight to get rid of their pain, they're surprised by how simple the approach can actually be to getting out of pain. I swear to you, this has happened every single time. Every single time I've been fortunate. I'm so happy that I cross paths with the people that have been going through this experience because I'm able to show them the other door. I'm able to close and break down false beliefs, false education by doctors who do not have time or the education to actually adequately plan out a plan of attack, really, on how to get rid of someone's pain that has been struggling and suffering for so long, and not have it be about their weight. That's the beauty of it, honestly. It's like you're not trying to create an escape hatch that doesn't even lead to escape. Again, weight loss does not do what people think it does. Again, it has other weight loss or weight gain has other benefits, and you have to understand what is the right option for you in terms of that for other things. If there's blood work issues, if there's systemic issues, that's a whole other area of medicine. But when we're talking specifically about neuromuscular or musculoskeletal pain, I have never once in my office seen the cause, the determinant, right? The determinant of pain, the cause of pain. I have never once seen it be because of someone's weight. There's always a workaround. Always. Always. I have yet to meet a person that I haven't been able to help work around, help develop the strength that they need, the mobility that they need to then further enhance their life, as well as help them reach new goals, whatever those goals may be. Uh, for most people, a lot of doctors assume it's laziness or a lack of willpower or some other asinine thing. But that's really not it. Again, I've spoken to people who are told to lose weight. They want to do things. They want to explore things. They want to swim. They want to walk around with freedom. Like people want to do these things. And instead of being encouraged on a path forward and finding a true solution, they're emotionally put down, psychologically put down, and it sucks. It's really, really tough. And, wherever you are in the world listening to this, if this resonates, or if you know someone that this resonates with, like, you have to, listen, people often say, whenever I say this message, there's also sometimes a little bit of resistance. Okay. But if you feel like you're not being treated right by your provider, you must leave. You have to. You have to. It's the best thing for you. If your doctor is giving you crazy nonsense advice and is not really interested in spending the time to understand your issue or to at least devise a plan, a way forward, if your doctor is not willing to do that, again, whether it's a doctor, a physical therapist, a chiropractor, it doesn't matter who you're seeing. If your provider who is there to provide for you, to provide the right service for you, to provide a plan for you, if they're not doing that, bye, Felicia. You gotta leave. And the resistance I get is like, well, you don't understand. My health insurance this or my health insurance that, or there's okay. Well, so there's gonna be someone. Okay, whether it's through your health insurance or if you have to go outside of your health insurance, if this means that you're gonna have a better quality of life and better longevity, great. Hey, I'm out of network. I don't take insurance because I refuse to be in the insurance scheme. It's a scheme, right? And it hinders providers from performing how they need to. Most doctors don't have time because insurance doesn't pay them enough and they pay very little per patient. And so they're forced to see multiple people like at a time. People, if you imagine someone works a 8 to 9 hour shift, right? Most doctors see between 30 to 60 people a day. A day. That is nuts. That is crazy. So, I mean, if we're talking about an 8-hour shift, let's, like, we're talking, like, at least 3 to 4 people at an hour. If someone has a real serious issue, like, they got 10 minutes for you. 15 maybe. If it's a new eval, probably 15. Right? Most places, they're like, it's kinda like a factory. You're in and out, in and out, in and out, next, 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 next. So, like, look, if you have to go outside of insurance because there's gonna be a provider that is gonna be better equipped because they can spend the time with you, then if you're able to do that, then great. And if you're not, I'm sure there's other providers where even if within the same time constraints, or maybe they don't do the same value because they're down to take a little bit of a pay cut if it means that they can help people better. Like there's a provider out there for everybody. This is why I'm saying this. Like there's a way to make this work. Usually for just about anybody, you just have to be brave enough to leave the provider that you're currently with if they're not treating you the right way. Honestly, they're not providing you a plan. And again, this is aggressive to say. This may be crazy to say. Whatever it is, I don't care. I've literally gotten messages of people saying like, "Hey, your message or your post or your this or your that has motivated me to find another provider, and I'm so happy I did. I left the provider. I didn't realize how bad it was until I found a new one, and that new one completely changed my life." Or I got a message the other day from actually a previous episode of my podcast, um, where someone wrote to me as like, "Hey, like I just listened to your episode and I was getting really bad physical therapy care. I just felt like I wasn't really improving. And within the same clinic, I just asked for a different therapist. I got this different therapist, and I'm shocked at how much better the session went, and I just feel so much better after that session." And it came from a message similar like this, where you have to find the provider that's right for you. If you feel like the provider you're with is not providing you the right information, where you feel like you're not really improving, or if the advice just doesn't make sense, find a different provider. Okay. Whether it's insurance or not, like you deserve it. Your health deserves it. You deserve it. Um, and again, going back to the whole, weight issue, it's really making sure you have a provider that looks at all of you, right? Truly looks at all of you. If there's something that needs to be changed through diet to improve and enhance energy, great. Like, again, that's all good stuff. But in terms of pain, musculoskeletal or neuromuscular in origin, weight is not the issue. You know how many times also, this is another crazy thing, where a patient told me that their doctor told them that they need to lose weight, and they've been trying, and then they go in for a scan only to realize that there was either a broken bone, a torn ligament, a torn muscle. Um, and it turned out that the weight was not the problem. There was actual damage. There was damage in the area, which was completely missed because all the doctor or the provider saw was the person's weight and size instead of understanding what is the actual issue here, which is nuts. And this is not just a one-time story. I've done multiple posts about this topic on through social media, and I can't tell you how many dozens of messages I've received of people mentioning this. It's wild, the negligence that is rampant throughout the world, not just the country, but throughout the world. I had people messaging me from England, Australia, Germany, all over the place. There's a really weird stigma that overweight suddenly means that is where all of your problems are coming from. And again, that couldn't be further from the truth. Again, most people want to be active. Pain will stop that from happening. A lot of times people will gain weight because of for sure, other factors as well. There's so many different factors to why this happens. And there's so many people that are, very informed in this area that can talk better about this than I can. But there's so many factors as to why people can gain weight. But one of them is pain with activity. If you can't move, if we stop moving and we maintain diet, you could have an amazing diet. But if you stop movement and activity, that might be enough to tip the scale into a place where you're gaining weight. And over time, the longer you are with pain, the longer you're in this state, uh, that's where these changes happen. Again, there's a lot of factors that go into weight loss, a lot of factors that go into weight gain. But again, to me, as it pertains to pain relief, they don't matter. And you need to make sure that you're with a provider that sees it the same way. Again, unless there's something systemic going on, but I'm purely talking from a neuromuscular or musculoskeletal standpoint. We have to understand what is behind the person's pain to adequately get them out of it, and then let that person do whatever it is that they want to do, but they have the freedom to do that. And they have the ability to approach their goals. Whether it is to lose weight or not, that doesn't matter. To me, I don't care. It's not about that. All it's been about since the very beginning is making sure that people feel good and people have a plan going forward and people have a way to sustain that progress and continue to get better and stronger and more and just retain their independence throughout the rest of their life. That's what it's always been about. And that's what I hope that you took from this episode. I hope that you understand that, again, if you've ever been told that weight is the issue, just find a different provider. Find someone who's going to look at you for you. Find that, okay, if there's a mobility issue, how can we enhance the mobility? If there's a strength issue, how can we enhance the strength? If there's a stability issue, how can we enhance the stability? How can we enhance your balance? There's so many different avenues to approach someone's pain, and you need to find someone who's going to find all of those avenues, map it out for you, and literally show you the way. And there's someone out there that can do that. Again, whether it's me or someone else, if you're somewhere else, it doesn't matter. But you need to find that person and cling on to them for dear life because they're going to help you. I hope this episode helps. Let me know your thoughts about this, in the questions or comments section. I'd love to know if you want me to dive in deeper, if you'd want me to, what other topics you want me to cover. Let me know. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that wherever you are listening to this world, you deserve to be treated right. You deserve love. You deserve respect. And you deserve adequate and good quality healthcare. Sending love to all of you everywhere.